All right. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Sunday morning. Actually, we're taping this Thursday night for everyone. So you know, in case you jump in and no one responds to any of your high praise of the Giants and their big win last Sunday. Hey, listen, the Giants have a winning record for the first time since 2017.
It
It
feels
is
like
the
it's
first
19
time,
something.
yeah, I know. And it is the first time in the last 6 seasons the Giants have actually won on opening day, which is, it's a big deal. Plus, it was on the road. And the thing that's getting to me is look, it's one game. But how can you call this Carolina team a trap game because Dallas is the following week? We played one game. How is it a trap game? Come on, man.
It's
Come on.
it's considered a trap game because if you probably won't agree with me, but in my humblest of opinions, I think Carolina crapped the bed in that game because
Oh yeah,
they
because I
should have.
thought I thought I heard somebody on this show, and I forget, uh, but they said, "Oh, now Baker's got all these weapons, and he was going to crush it." But I think you forgot the part about the defensive side of the ball. You know that guy Miles something or other. And they have a Super Bowl caliber defense, dude. When uh, what's his name gets done from his rub and tugs, they're a playoff contender, dude.
Robin Tugs. That's a good one. Um, minus. Let me say this, okay? One man, one man, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
This ain't basketball. This ain't the
You're
Bulls.
absolutely right. It's 11
One.
men
Thank you.
having to function as one.
22. 11 on
Okay.
offense, 11 on
11 on
defense.
defense. That's right.
Again,
That's right.
here's what you got to know. Carolina absolutely crapped the bed. Okay. So they're a little down in the dumps. You know, it ain't your daddy's Giants. It ain't the Giants of old. There is no LT. It's none of that.
All
But
right.
I will say this. Now, this is what surprised me. This is the first time, and I don't think it'll be the last after watching film. This is the first time I've ever seen a team make Derrick Henry run light. I mean, and put him off of his feet. Derrick
I
Henry does
listen.
not get mollywopped. He does the mollywopping, and he
Listen,
got
and
cracked.
I am sure that and I'm not naming any names. Is probably took the over on Derrick Henry and the rushing yards. And I don't know because I didn't check it. I'm just spewing off at the mouth. But if you told me Sunday morning Derrick Henry was going to rush for less than 100 yards, I was going to laugh because
Right.
I mean, come on, the man averages, 110 plus a game last year,
I,
even
I,
with injury. So,
I mean, who? I was going to say, even in college, has anyone ever kept him under 100 yards?
yeah, that's that. We're in between interns right now, but I think once we get an intern, that's going to be his first job.
I mean, I'm just
Get that
thinking
set
here.
up.
I'm just thinking back to recent memory. I don't think anyone's held him in a game under 100 yards. I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, that guy has just been. He's a freak of nature. He's he's an Alabama running back, and he's not going to get out of bounds. He's going to run you over. And the fact that he had a silent 82 at that, a silent 82 is
And most of that
just,
was in the first half because
yeah,
they they didn't really do anything in the second half.
no, they didn't. So it was just surprising to me. And I mean, there were a lot of other games like that were surprising. I mean, to be honest, everybody's like,
Uh,
"Oh my god, it's doomsday." You gotta understand something, folks. It is week one. The
right,
NFL
week
is a
one,
marathon.
and
I'm sorry.
the Eagles defense hasn't shown up yet. I mean, come on. I know. Did they get a couple of their kneecaps bitten? Is that what happened? Come on. I'm just trying to figure out, man. I mean, you know.
I talked to my associates and they said you'd say that, but let's get back to the real and actual matter in hand with all of this. Okay,
It
it is week one. It
is
is
week
week
one.
one.
Absolutely, week one.
The NFL season is a marathon. It is
Yes,
not a sprint. Okay.
absolutely. That's why the Eagles decided to take some time off at the get in the beginning to get the defense rested, and they get a big blow with the injury to help me out with was it Barrett,
Yes.
who's done for the season now,
Season.
uh, and you
Well,
know,
are we surprised? It seems like it happens to us every single year. We get a major injury off the jump, and it's just like, oh, here we go again. I mean, every year we can't get past the injury bug. We can't. We can't.
well, and I'm going to throw this stat out at everyone as well. Uh, your boy Carson Wentz, the first commie or redskin, whatever you want to call him, to throw 4 touchdown passes in his debut.
Let me ask you a question. How many picks do you throw with that?
A dub is a dub. A dub is a dub. He got a dub. He got a dub. He got a dub, right?
They
He won.
played the Jacksonville. They played Florida
Well, look,
Atlantic
man,
of
you
the
got
NFL. They
no,
played
no, no, no,
Florida
no, no, no,
Atlantic
no, 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 no,
of
no,
the
no, no, no,
NFL. The
no,
Jags.
no, no. Come on, give the Owls a little more respect than that. Come on now. Come on. I mean,
Yeah, I knew you were gonna take that one personal. Um, the only let's be for real about this. The only thing, the only thing, right, that is
mhm.
good about that team is that they got a decent market. I mean, come on, the Jags. Come on, it's the JV team of Florida. I mean, come on. I mean, let's be for
Hey,
real.
look, I'll be honest with you. I'm looking. The Giants play down there at the end of October. I'm thinking about going to that game.
That would be a good game to go to, I think. But more importantly, you gotta. I'm happy for Wentz. Let's just put it out there. I'm happy for Wentz. I'm glad finally he can get the curse of Philly, as he calls it, off his back. I'm so glad he
Oh,
can
come on!
finally get it off his back.
You can't do that in week one. But let's face it, he got to start because look, the Jags were the team that beat him to get him kicked out of Indy, right?
Right.
The Jags beat him last year. All he had to do was go in and beat the Jags, and he was in the playoffs. And instead, what happened? The Bengals get in, and boom, they're in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. I mean,
You know,
it's you just never know. It's I call it the roller coaster of the NFL. You just don't know week to week. But I tell you,
and what is it? Why do we still have ties in the NFL? I mean, come on.
I guess the logic is, there's injuries. We don't want to get guys in.
Look. If you go with the college or the high school rule, and I understand they're starting. Look, it's the NFL. Start at the 45 and let them march in and play to a winner.
Or start at the 20. Start at the 20. Hey,
Yeah,
man.
no, not start at the 20. Let them start on the. Look, baseball finally put runners in scoring position to shorten it up. Let's stop with the quarter of play and let's get a drive and let's see who wins it. Coin toss and let's get the college model in there. I love it.
The college model is you start all. It's basically red zone. It's all.
Yes, but I'm saying you just got to move it back because it's the NFL. I mean, start at the 40 or the 45, somewhere over there. So if you stop them on 3 downs, the field goal can't be a chip shot. I mean, as we know, it's still a little tough for most kickers. But
right, but then again, you can't say that because how many teams as of late are bad in the red zone?
I don't care. We just got to do something. We got to do something and get rid of the tie. I mean, come on, man. I mean, it just ain't. It's no fun. It's like watching paint dry. I mean, come on.
It is.
And look, and I'm gonna jump back in time to when Kyler getting his contract. Issues arose about the being in the playbook and doing his due diligence. And then your head coach comes on in the presser after the game. We've got to practice better. I mean, if there's no connection there, then I really got to get my head checked and be, my dementia might be getting worse. I don't know, but I'm just saying.
It all starts up top. It all starts up top. First of all,
but it starts with the head coach. You're allowing it. You're allowing practice to be that bad. I mean, come on now.
It starts with the initial. First of all, you set the mood of the room in motion. When folks found out that you had to put in a clause for Kyler Murray as a professional NFL football quarterback, that it was mandatory that he watch 4 hours of film preparation.
Mm-hmm.
At a school I coached at, and I believe you were on the staff as well, our guys averaged that in a day. So
now, Billy. Let me tell you. I'll give it during the course of a week. All right, the course of a week. They would watch 4 hours of film, but I'm telling you, I don't remember seeing a high school guy putting that much time in.
So you don't remember Diaz Nardo from 5 o'clock to almost 7.
I also know that his dad and brothers were watching a lot of that film too. Okay, so let's.
You're so lucky, Weird. I'll tell you what. I call Diaz right now. He'd tell you straight up. Coach Billings had that rascal in there at 5 o'clock with some Dunkin' Donuts and some coffee. And
you don't have to remind me. I remember the quiche. Now. Don't worry about the
5 a.m.
I remember the quiche now. Don't worry. I remember the quiche.
Yeah, man. Right. But then you got, and what kills me is, and I had arguments with colleagues of where I work. People are actually defending this guy, saying, "Well, it's his livelihood. He's going to make money video gaming once his career is done." I don't care what kind of career you have. You're not going to make as much as you do being a starting NFL franchise tag quarterback. I don't care what you do.
But now you paid the guy. You paid the guy.
Paid him. You backed up the Brinks truck.
Right. And I don't know why when there was, I don't know, Russell Wilson was out there. I'm sure Russ wouldn't mind being in warmer weather. I mean, Denver, not probably his first choice to go to, but
what are you gonna do? What are you gonna
But
do? I mean, it's just it's the
now
sign
you
of
make,
times.
hey, the old saying, you made the bed, you got to lie in it.
Yeah, I mean, you
So
you sold your soul to the devil, and you did it
you
twice on a
dance with the
Sunday.
one you brung. You got to dance with the one you brung.
I mean,
So
you sold your soul to the devil twice on Sunday. I mean, my gosh, it's that bad that you have to put that in the contract. And as a professional athlete, if I'm a defender, I'm not letting that guy beat me because I know for a fact he's not putting in the time film wise. So I'm going to smoke him, and I'm going to the entire game say, hey, maybe you should watch more film instead of playing video games. I mean, dang, it's like I say sometimes, man, you worse than the kids. You're worse than the kids. You are worse than the daggone kids.
right,
Come on, man. As a grown man, we have to tell you you can't play video games past certain times. Let me tell you,
right. I
you're
know.
worse than the kids. It's crazy, man. It's unbelievable. But before we continue and get going, I wanted to touch on some of my predictions, and of course, the
Well,
biggest.
we already know you missed the Carolina game.
Oh my God, did I miss the Carolina game? But the biggest one I missed, I mean, two players really make that much of a difference. The Rams did not look anything like the Rams. No Von Miller. Oh, three players, my fault. No Von Miller, right? You got the left tackle. He's
Oh, he
gone.
showed up though. He showed up. He was just wearing opposite jersey.
Opposite jersey. Yeah, he sold him out. Sonny sold him out. And then no Odell Beckham. And I mean, the wagon, it looked like the wheels, they didn't even try
Hey,
to glue them on.
listen.
Forget screwed on. They didn't glue them on. So I mean, I gotta take
Look,
eat crow on that one.
it's that Super Bowl slump, man. When you got your model wife doing all these swimsuit magazine stuff and all kinds of, I mean, hey, you know, I mean, come on now, you gotta. It's that Super Bowl slump.
It's
But I
insane.
will say this: I'm going to throw this out there which is me just talking out the side of my neck with OBJ to the Ravens. When OBJ is going to be, he's going to be back in that mid season where I think the Ravens will still be in the hunt,
Hmm.
and they need a receiver.
Yes, they do.
And what better than, I mean, it's perfect for OBJ because he has to be the top dog. He doesn't like playing second fiddle.
No.
And he's a dynamic guy because I believe had OBJ stayed healthy, I think it would have been OBJ as possibly MVP of Super Bowl. He was having a great game
He
before that,
was.
uh, happened. So I'm just saying, I think just keep an eyeball. We'll get the professor's take on that.
Okay.
In the coming shows, I'm sure. I think he's still in the finals of being the mascot, filling in for the mascot or whatever for Ronnie the Raven. Is that what he's called or whatever
Yeah,
it is?
Roddy the Raven. And an interesting take before I continue on. I saw something online today, and it was the title was, you know, who is the who is the heir apparent of the GOAT, Tom Brady? Who's
Uh-huh.
the heir? Who are they going to bring in to take his place? Blah 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 blah. And there was an interesting take. What if the Buccaneers could somehow secure Lamar Jackson? Because Lamar Jackson did something that I never thought I would see. That man really tried his hardest to stay in the pocket. He really did, and he's I don't know if he's making a statement or what, but no contract, no run.
Okay.
So I think it was a little bit of that and a little bit of a, hey man, I'm going to prove some folks wrong. I'm basically getting a tryout here, and I'm going to see what who rolls the dice. And to be honest,
Here's the
I like it.
thing. Here's the thing. I mean, listen, I'm all for a guy betting on yourself and going for it. I'm
Right.
all for it, but you got to remember, the Ravens aren't a losing organization. They're not the Browns. They're not the Cardinals. They don't have to back up a Brinks truck for you because, man, let's face it, they got burned last time. Joe Flacco bent him over and used no Vaseline because that team could have won multiple Super Bowls had Flacco not taken all the money for himself.
You mean turn them into the Baltimore Flaccos instead of the Baltimore Ravens?
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, so they're not going to be so quick to give you all that money, and maybe I could see him in a Tampa throwing some money out. I could see Houston throwing money at him.
Oh, absolutely. That was my dark horse.
I could see that happening. I don't think Tennessee, because I think the other kid from Louisville that they got late in I think he'll be playing here shortly, and I
Tennessee.
think
Oh
he'll
yeah,
prove
absolutely.
it. But yeah, I could see him in a different uniform next year.
Yeah, I definitely can see that too. And let me tell you something. It's going to be interesting in these next coming classes, who does what and who takes what. But
And listen, as a Giant fan, and I know I've seen some early draft boards with the Giants taking the Alabama quarterback. Not a fan. I tell you who I'm a fan of. Have you watched Kentucky play some football yet?
I have. But wait a minute. You're not a fan of the young kid?
Listen, I'm not a fan of I'm sorry. After Joe Namath, tell me another Alabama quarterback that's done anything in the league. Oh,
Well,
right, exactly. So again,
oh no, oh no,
again,
oh no,
wait,
oh no!
wait,
I
wait,
got one for
who
you.
did I
I got one
miss?
for
Who
you.
did I miss? Go ahead.
Right now, I mean, kid is
Right
1-0.
now, who?
Just saying. Who you? You're not an owl. You're not an owl. Don't who me.
Listen.
You know.
Again,
Ooh.
again. Your Alabama quarterbacks are not. I just don't have any stock in them. Okay, just like Penn State running backs, and I'm not a fan of Saquon Barkley. One game, big deal. He had 164 yards. Okay, big
Oh,
deal.
oh, when's the last time you guys had 164 yards rushing?
Never probably.
Exactly.
Okay,
I told you.
but again,
Comeback guy of the year.
that's fine. And again, the Giants don't pay running backs, so he will be in a different uniform next year, and that's fine.
And
That's fine, and I am fine with that. I hope that he rushes for 3,000 friggin' yards this year. I hope he carries his team on his back.
And you're gonna be like something.
And I am still going to say thank you.
No, you're not.
And
You're
let's
gonna be
move
like,
on.
man. You're like, I
Listen,
wish
I have
if
not.
I had one wish.
Mm-mm.
That's
Nope.
what you're gonna be singing.
No.
If I had one wish,
no,
it would be Saquon.
no. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have not been a big fan. I'm sorry. Just not. I'm not. The Giants don't pay those guys, and you've seen throughout the league that those guys don't do it, man.
Well, he's doing it. 164 yards rushing. Just putting it out there.
All right.
164
Now,
yards rushing.
let me tell you. Now, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something now. Now, let me tell you something. Okay.
Oh God, this guy's something. But to continue on, the Eagles, Lions, we got two.
Look,
major,
man, I'm telling you what,
injuries.
man.
Two major injuries.
You better. People better start beware of the Lions, man. I'm telling you.
This is not. I ain't gonna say your daddy's Lions. This is not your cousins Lions. They're a little bit better. They're a little bit better than folks give them credit for. Just the better team won in Philadelphia Eagles. Jalen Hurts with a decent game, no interceptions, so that's always decent. 243 yards passing, quarterback or total rating of 80.6. I think his quarterback rating was like 64.9. So, I mean, he's doing fine. He's servicing the organization well. Go Boys. And yeah, got that one done. Falcons and the Saints. I didn't touch that game only because you never know what Falcons team you're gonna get. Absolutely surprised that it was close as it was. Absolutely surprised. I thought the Saints.
Yeah, but didn't Jameis Winston have like 10 yards in the first half? Like he was horrible in the first half.
It's Jameis. It
Yeah.
doesn't surprise me. It's Jameis. I mean, the guy can't even give pregame speeches. Right? We're gonna eat a W. Yeah. Anyway, he better stick to crab. He better get a crab legging business once he gets done in the NFL because boy. I don't know. He might be an analyst for comedic relief. That's about it. But yeah, Saints. The game was close, surprisingly. But I didn't touch that game. But if I had to pick, it would have probably been the Saints over the Falcons.
And
now,
go ahead. Which one you going to next?
Big crow game for me. Big. I put that big plate of crow right on my table, man. 49ers and the Bears.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord. Unreal right now. Unreal. The 49ers are the equivalent of a $2 million machine waiting on a 2-cent part. They are, man. They are the exact equivalent of that. They are a $2 million machine waiting on a 2-cent part. And I think the Bears took advantage of that, and good for them. I'm not going to swami it and be like, the Bears in the Super Bowl. No, absolutely not. Will they get to playoffs? There's a good chance. There's a good probability. But, man.
I'm sorry. HR called. You need to go. You got to go pee in a cup. Come on. The Bears?
Hey, man. They made some improvements. And even without Khalil Mack. I mean,
come on, man. Come on. You played against a 49er team that had a high school kid playing quarterback, and I mean, come on now. And that's the reason why. I tell you what, that's why they didn't get rid of Jimmy G. They were never getting rid of Jimmy G because they know they don't have faith in this kid yet. And the kid's showing he can't play football, man.
The Bears. It's not your daddy's Bears. It's your cousin's cousin twice removed from marriage. Bears. It is not your daddy's Bears. It's your
but you're right. I'm in that same boat, though. I really thought the Niners were going to win that game.
I did.
And then look, the Packers forgot to show up, and let's face it. Let's face it. When you don't have trust, well, maybe Aaron Rodgers should have went to bed or whatever jungle he goes to find. Maybe he should have brought all his receivers with him so they could all be on the same page and sing Kumbaya. Maybe maybe it would work out a little better. I don't know.
They had that extra Limburger before the game, I guess. Boy, let me tell you, they got mollywopped. I mean, every facet of the game, but
come on, you're making Kirk Cousins look like he can actually play football. I mean, come on.
It was absurd. So I mean, I picked that one wrong. I typically tend to stay away from that. So, but here's where I did well. The Steelers came through for me.
Oh my God, the
Steelers with the shocking upset of Joe Burrow and the Jungle the Jungle Boys, as I call them. Joe Burrow and the Jungle Boys. 23-20 in overtime. What a game that was.
Well,
The
look, and I blame the head football coach of Cincinnati. You're why do you not replay? Uh, why do you not throw the flag and let them replay that? He's clearly his foot was on the line. He broke the plane.
hey,
That was a touchdown.
all I know
But
is
wait a second. All I know is that changes the whole trajectory of the game because that extra point they probably let him kick that so they can get the ball and get down the. That turns into a totally different game. But yeah, I just don't understand. I don't understand who's up in the booth and why you're not in his ear telling him to throw a flag.
well, I'm going to tell you this. Now, I don't know if they thought that it wouldn't even be close, but yeah, you're right. Whoever was up top should be fired because I would be like, hey, coach.
But hey, you have 5 turnovers. You don't deserve to win anyway.
Oh yeah, no, you can't. You gotta leave no doubt. You're putting in the if you put in the hands of the refs, they're gonna screw you every time. That's just the nature of the beast, unfortunately, and that's what happened to him. But oh boy, that game overall not too bad. The one that shockingly I thought they would it would be a little bit more entertaining. The Dolphins Patriots. I mean, score doesn't do
Listen,
just how the game was.
if you were a Dolphins fan, during the Don Shula era or Dan Marino, but if you're today a Dolphins fan, your parents didn't love you. I mean, I heard that, and I'm stealing it from where I heard it, but I'm telling you because I mean, there's nothing good about the Dolphins. They're terrible,
No,
and just look, you have Tua is gonna falter, and
oh yeah,
the Pats always take 3 or 4 games. Come on, you remember every year. Oh, the Pats are 1-2. The end is here. Come on, it always takes Bill a couple of weeks to get that thing rolling. So,
but 7 points and that's it. Ooh, I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see what they get going, but to continue on, the Jets were who we thought they were, and they got pummeled by the Ravens, rightly so. And that
yes, they did.
Hey, if I'm in the Ravens organization right now, I'm saying, Coach, we don't need to watch film. Let's go to the next week. Not gonna learn anything from this film. They're that bad. Don't need to watch it. Tell the kids they won't watch it. Watch it on their own. We need to go to the next week. But Jackson Commanders called that one right. The Commanders finally did something right. They got that one.
Oh, man.
8-0 with the Panthers and the Browns again.
Yeah.
My God. It's
now let's jump. We'll jump to Monday night. Come on, you're paying Russell Wilson all that money, and you're settling for a 65-yard field goal. Come on. Now you fumbled twice in the end, going into the end zone.
I wish I could show you my pockets right now because I literally pulled them out because I have no answers. Not on that. I have no answers. None. I mean, there was no excuse for that. Should have went for it. You paid you basically backed the Brinks truck up for this guy. Well, not back the Brinks truck up, but you pulled it out of the driveway.
Look, you paid a dude that's probably toward closer to the end of his career. You paid him a whole lot of money.
Oh, let me tell you something. That guy could see the clubhouse from where he's teeing off right now. He can see the clubhouse. Forget back 9. He sent the caddy to go grab him a drink while he's waiting for the other guy to finish. I mean, I wouldn't have done that this late in the game, but who am I?
All right, what do you like? What do you like this week?
This week, let's get into it. One game we didn't get to, and I'm gonna call it right now. Just go. I'd say the Chargers are going to get after it tonight. I think so. I'm gonna go. I'm telling you,
All right.
return of the Mac,
Okay.
return of the Mac. I'm telling you that
Good,
whole.
good, good, good luck. And you guys remember this is Thursday night. We're taping this. And as of right now, I believe there is let me see, is there a score in this game here?
It's still early.
It's
It's
three
still early.
nothing. It's
It's
three
still
nothing.
early.
The Chargers are up
Actually,
3-0.
it's 9-0 right now. It just switched. I'm
Oh,
on the ESPN.
okay. All right.
It's
My bad.
I'm
Uh
just saying. I didn't even look at the
so
score before I
okay.
said that.
All
But that
right. Go
defense,
ahead.
that defense is absolutely phenomenal. I
Okay.
mean, Bosa, Mac, you got the Reader kid from Sally's, whatever their mascot is, the Fighting Sal's. So I'm telling you, it's gonna be something.
And you got the other safeties from UD. Uh, uh,
Yes,
why can't I think of his name? Adir, is that his
dear,
name?
yes,
Uh,
yes.
he's not the guy that got paid now. He's just the other. He's the other.
100%.
He's on the other side of him.
And then of
So yeah.
course on in that secondary, you got sorry Dice, Ding Dong Davis. You got Ding Dong Davis, man. He's impressive. So, and I said it last year. If he
Look,
doesn't get his
and
MVP,
part of it, I follow the Chargers just because their wide receiver coach, who's friend of the program, been on this show a couple times.
say it right. Say it
One of
right.
the best
What is
in the
he?
business.
What is he? Say it right.
He's a buddy. Okay, he's a buddy.
There it is. You say it right.
Friend
You
of the
say it
program.
right. He's a buddy.
He's a
He's
buddy.
a
He's a
buddy of
buddy.
yours. You
Yes,
say it right.
Chris Beatty. We follow him. We appreciate it, all the help he's given the show and whatnot. It's been good stuff. So we appreciate it, and so that's why we follow.
So yeah, like I said, I think the Chargers are going to end up getting after the Chiefs and shocking Thursday night football. On to Sunday, I got the JV team of New York is the JV team of New York. The Jets are going down. We don't even need to discuss them. I mean, it's so funny. I actually had a friend, buddy of mine, friend of the program, in Mr. TJ Austin. He goes, I don't even watch football, but let me ask you a question, Billy. I'm like, what? How are the Jets still an organization? He's like, they are awful, aren't they? I'm like, man, that's bad with someone that doesn't even really watch football says that. So the Jets just need to pack it in, man. Go get another quarterback. You tried it a little
Okay.
differently this year, it still didn't work. So if they win 5 games, I'll be impressed. They're not going to win 5 this year. I'm calling it now. So the Jets are going
All
down.
right.
Commies and Lions. I'm gonna go with the Commanders. Is it in?
I'm taking the Lions.
Is it at Detroit or is it in? Oh, it's at Detroit.
I'm taking the Lions, man.
Nah, I'd still say Commie. Oh, God, I can't believe I'm saying this.
Nope.
I'm sorry, Flag. I'm sorry. I gotta go with the Commies, man. It is not. It's your cousins. It's your cousins, Lions, but I'm sorry. It is. It's going to be the Commies. So you got the Lions.
All right.
Down, folks.
So here we go. So you got the Patriots and the Steelers, and this will be the first time since 1997 that these two teams will play without either Tom Brady or Ben Roethlisberger playing quarterback.
That's insane to think about that, and that's a long run.
Yep.
I gotta go with the Steelers. I mean, they're running, even though Watt's out and done. Tore all that, tore it off, but I think the Steelers are riding high off that win, and I think they're gonna go into this game with a confidence, and I think they'll find a way to get it done. And am I seeing this right? It's in Pittsburgh.
It's in New
right?
England. It's in New England.
It's in New England.
Yes.
No, it's in Pittsburgh. It's in
Okay.
Pittsburgh. So yeah, even home field advantage. Oh yeah, Pittsburgh doesn't run away with it, but they get after him pretty good. I'm going to say a 14-point spread. 14-point spread. So
All right. You got the Bengals and the Cowgirls.
the only thing good about that team's the cheerleaders. Are we kidding? Are we serious? Super Bowl slump,
and
slumped in his chair, slumped at the kitchen table. It doesn't matter. Bengals by 21.
wow. All right.
By
We already
20.
said Lions, commies. It's the Jets and the Browns. The
Oh,
Browns,
we already said that.
obviously.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we already said that one.
Why is it not going? What the
The
hell?
the Bucks and the Saints. The
What on
Bucks
it?
and the Saints. I'm gonna go with the Bucks because you can't go against the GOAT. I'm going Bucks. Even though it's in New Orleans, I'm gonna go with the GOAT. It's the Bucks.
Okay.
What do you think? Home field advantage. What do you give them?
Yeah, I'm going with the Bucks. Why
I'm gonna
is
go
it?
by 7. I'm gonna go by 7 though. I think it's a lot closer than the experts would agree with. So I'm gonna go with that. Panthers, Giants, Panthers, Giants.
I'm going with the Giants.
Yeah. They did something that no team has been able to do, and they silenced Thunder. They silenced the Thor of running backs. So and it's in New York. I mean,
Right.
yeah, I'm gonna go with Giants. Colts, Jags.
The Colts didn't they tied. I mean, they didn't really
Yeah,
show much, but I still think the Colts pull it out.
they will. I give that a 3-point spread. Colts by 3.
And then Dolphins, Ravens.
Do we even have to predict this one? Come on. It's the Ravens. I mean,
Okay.
I get you got Tyreek Hill and all that.
All right, Seahawks, 49ers.
Oof. I'll probably stay away from this one in the betting game, but I'm gonna go with, if I had to, I'm gonna go with the 49ers. It's at home. I think, they get it together. They do some adjustments, and I think they come out strong and ready to go. So I'm gonna go with the 49ers.
Yeah, me too. Falcons, Rams.
Boy, I tell you what, I'm gonna go Rams. I think the Rams
They
got a
bounce
wake up
back.
call. I think they got a wake up call, and that they finally can see that they're not as good as they think they are. And now they get back to work, get down to brass tacks, and I think you'll see a different Rams team this week.
The Raiders and the Cardinals.
The Raiders, and the video game guy. The Raiders, man. They and it's in the Death Star, as I call it. It's in the Death Star. Oh yeah, it's over. It's over.
Yeah, I got the Raiders, Texans, Broncos
by
we already said Bengals, Cowboys,
Bears,
Packers.
In Green Bay. I typically don't.
Look, I think the Bears only won. I'm giving the Bears that game because of the weather. I think the Pack figures it out.
And, go Pack, go. I guess. Go Pack, go. I'll take Packers on that one. And then
Monday night, you got
Monday
2 games: Titans, Bills.
Mm-hmm. No, it's just Titan Bills. I thought
Titan Bills, and then the
Vikings. Yeah. I'm losing my mind here. Vikings, Eagles. I'll go first. Titans, Bills. I'm gonna go Bills. I think Derrick Henry getting exposed really it just messes with.
Well, I think honestly, everybody's just going to flood the box and say, "Yeah, he'll beat us," and he can't, and he doesn't have a receiver anymore. It's not, so
it ain't the same. So I'm going to go Bills all day long.
And then you got Vikings and your Eagles.
It's in Philly, man. Cheesesteaks and Miller Lite for all. Go Bites.
All
Go
right.
Bites.
Anyway,
Go Birds. Honestly, I mean, even with two big injuries, I mean, we got Barnett and then Jay Stoll's out. His ankle's he's questionable. I don't think he'll play. Even with those two big injuries, I still think the Eagles will pull it out. I'm gonna say final score of this game, 28-7.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm
it might
telling
be.
you.
It's going to be a lot closer than that. And I'm sorry. I think the Vikings win. Okay, and they're going to put up 28 points. Okay, and I think it'll be closer to 23, 24, 28, somewhere in that vicinity.
Well, look, I got one more week at the castle, so loser on Monday buys lunch. Deal?
That's
There we go.
right.
I like it.
That's right. All right.
I like it. Loser buys lunch.
All
Got it.
right. There you go. All right. That's right. That's right, man. That's right. Leaving the big top.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right.
Big opportunity. Getting it's a different culture, and I'm excited. Bunch of
Hey,
young
sometimes
hungry
you just
guys,
need
man.
to change the change the water, so to speak.
Hey, wasn't that a
So
song? A change will do you good.
there you go. Hey, there
There
you
you
go,
go.
man.
There you
All
go.
right, awesome stuff, man. We appreciate it. Hopefully next Sunday we'll be back live
Right.
and be bringing a whole. We'll have some other guests joining us
Yes.
on
Yes.
Sunday. So we'll see how that all plays out. Everyone, enjoy some football. Appreciate you checking us out. Glad to be back. Sorry because of scheduling and everything. We're only once a weekers,
Yeah.
So we're once a
Sorry.
weekers now, but it's all good. It's fun. Can't wait to get everybody back and get on board here. It's awesome. So everybody enjoy some football. Appreciate you hanging out and checking us out. We appreciate it. And we'll see everybody next week, man. And be safe. Have fun.